Who in their right mind would want to do a dry January, you might ask yourself? Well, that's a good question. I mean, it really is. Hey, my name's Ken. Welcome to my channel. I am on a journey to lose as much weight as I possibly can so I could become a fat guy no more. I mean, I know all of the steps seem so little at times that I just have to keep reminding myself that even small steps add up to giant leaps. But today I want to talk about something that I did that I really didn't think I'd be able to do, honestly, and that is attempt a dry January. Who in their right mind would want to do a dry January, you might ask yourself? Well, that's a good question. I mean, it really is. After the holidays and after New Year's, it just seemed like the right thing to do. So when I first heard about a dry January, it was actually from Martha Quinn's Facebook page, you know, the old VJ from MTV. She was talking about it and trying to get a group of people together to do it. And I'm like, you know, I kind of like the idea. I knew I was going to be starting my weight loss journey soon. And I thought that could actually be something quite beneficial for me. The first couple days were pretty tough, honestly. I had really not put much thought into it, and I actually still had a lot of beverages sitting around the house. Now, for those who don't know me, I do own a small garage-based multi-award-winning craft brewery here in Western Washington. And at any given time, we have some beers on tap. Like currently, I am sitting just a few feet away from three of our different beers that are on tap right now. I could literally walk over there, pull me one, and just sit down and enjoy. And I don't know how many times I've done that coming out here. I am in the brewery right now, and I really like sitting right here and having a couple beers and just taking it all in, the smells, the sounds. Everything that goes into brewing beer to get out for people to enjoy. It's a pleasure of mine that I've been doing since I started home brewing back, December of '09. So I actually got a Mr. Beer kit for Christmas that year, and I gave it a whirl the next day. The funny thing about that kit is I like to say that I remember getting it and opening it up, and as I'm opening it up, I'm looking at it, and I said to myself, yeah, this is the equivalent to brewing beer as to what an easy bake oven is to opening up your own bakery. I thought it was more of a joke than anything, but then I could hear my wife, who was sitting right next to me, say, oh my gosh, don't you love it? And she sounded so excited. So I turned the smile on my face and started talking, oh my gosh, yeah, I can't wait to try it, can't wait to try it. Little did I know that gift would turn into this business a few years later. So that's a good thing. However, again, I'm constantly around beer. If we're not talking beer, if we're not drinking beer, if we're not looking for different beer products, if we're not out at different bars doing things, well, more so before COVID, I guess I should say, I'm constantly around it. So the idea of a dry January seemed like an insurmountable feat for me. But I wanted to give it a try. I really did. I went in, all in, both feet. Again, my last beer was right out here on New Year's Eve night around 9:45 p.m. And I went into January with the hopes of making it, though I knew that on January 16th, I would be out here with my two head brewers and we would be brewing up a brand new beer. And I knew I wanted to be here for it. And I knew that typically when we are, that's when the beer is flowing. And that day was no exception. However, I am proud to say that I brought down a gallon of water with me. And that is all I drank the entire time that we were out here. I don't remember, it was like 9 or 10 hours or something like that day. So I made that hurdle. And to me, that was the one that was going to be the toughest. If I could get through that brew day, I felt I could make it through the month of January. And as the weeks progressed, I did. I made it the entire month of January without a single beer. Don't let me kid you. I've already got my first beer planned. It'll be this Friday. It will be that one that we brewed on the 16th. And I'm looking forward to it. Not because it's been a long time since I've had a beer, but mostly because I want to try that new beer. I always like to try our beers when we first put them out. And that's something new. So I definitely want to give it a try and see how it is. But I don't plan to go back to the way that I was before. Again, my life for the last several years has revolved around beer. People wanting to talk beer, people wanting to take me out for a beer, people asking advice on beer. You know, I would spend time there pre-COVID going to the places that have us on tap and schmoozing, as they say. You know, walk in and see how everything's going, have a couple beers, answer questions for people. I really enjoyed doing that, but I drank a lot. And so not doing that now is really helped me. So it could be, you could say that COVID helped me cheat to get through a dry January. Then again, look at all the stress that we're all under now. So doing a dry January, to me, anybody that has done a dry January, that is an amazing feat that you have accomplished. And I'm so proud of anybody that's done it. So if you have and you happen to watch this, comment down below and let me know that you did it too, because I'm proud of you just as much as I'm proud of myself for actually making it through that. And I'm very hopeful that that going forward, I don't go back to those ways, even once we get fully opened up again and get back to the normal routine of being around beer a lot. I know what it does to me health-wise. It makes me want to eat stuff that I shouldn't have. There's no question about that. And let alone the empty calories that are in a beer. And it just when you eat those things that you're not supposed to have like that, the sodium, to me, I've mentioned sodium pretty much every week since I've started this journey. It's one of those things that when you have something I shouldn't like that, the sodium combined with all of that liquid from the beer, it just sticks on me. And it's no surprise some night if I go out for a few beers and then have, even if I have, like I said, I'm mostly vegan, so I could have like an Impossible Burger. But if I've had a few beers, it is no shock for me to be up 8 to 10 pounds or more sometimes on the scale the next day because of that. And then it will take me often a couple weeks to get that off. So that's horrible. And I know that the success I've had over the last few weeks, I haven't had that. And a big part of it's from not drinking. So I'm going to try to avoid it as much as I can. I'm not here to say that I'm never going to drink again, because obviously being, founding owner of a brewery, you kind of have to do it when you're out. It's expected, I guess I should say. So, but within moderation, and that's what I'm looking forward to doing and being able to keep this weight off and move forward that way. So again, to anybody else out there who has completed a dry January, I give you credit for it. It is not an easy thing to do. I mean, you went cold turkey for an entire month, and that's tough. And to those of you that are thinking about doing it going forward, I mean, you don't have to have it just January. You could do it in February or March. Just remember that even if you cut back, that's a good thing. And those small steps will equal bigger leaps. So thanks for coming, and I appreciate you letting me chat at you for a little bit, and we'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to follow me on my journey to become a fat guy no more, hit that subscribe button and don't forget to hit that bell so you can get notifications every time I upload a new video.